Hey folks, thanks for joining me once again for yet another episode of Swill and Grog's Wonderful World of Beer. And yes, the world of beer is truly wonderful, even in these troubled times that we're in. Anyhow, today I have for you the last of the beers in the Beer Mail from Booze Review. This last one being a South Korean craft beer, Jeju Binokdum Ale. Hopefully I pronounced that right, but perhaps not. It's brewed over in South Korea by the Jeju Beer Company, and it's 4.3% alcohol by volume, and it's a wheat beer or white ale, whatever you want to call it. So this is going to be quite interesting. I've got the trusty American wheat beer glass out, the Spiegelau American wheat beer glass, and this can of Jeju Binokdum Ale has been deep chilling in the Swill and Grog beer fridge for a wee while, so I'm keen to give this a pour. Okay. It's a very active beer, as Jez would say. I'll give this a bit of a swish. Imagine there'll be some sediment, perhaps. Alright. Very creamy looking head. Okay, let's plonk that lovely 500ml can back down and get a look at this beauty. Alright, well, definitely hazy. Yeah, a light, hazy, golden colour. Yeah, let me just hold it up to the camera. Yeah, very much on the light side. Yeah, colour-wise that is. Yeah, but I must say it just looks spectacular, and up in the light I can see a lot of bubbles streaming, so it's quite moderately carbonated. Looks great, but yeah, very good looking beer, especially in this glass, and we've got over 3 fingers of fluffy white head there. Alright, so onto the aroma of this one. Alright, you're definitely picking up banana and particularly clove. Wonder if it's more like a Belgian, wheat beer, or a German one. Given the nose, I'm leaning towards it's more like a Belgian style one. But it's going to be hard to really determine that until I taste it. So it is indeed time for the most important part of the review, the taste test. So a huge cheers to you, Booze Review, for sending me these beers. They've been wonderful, and I'll soon be returning the favour to you. Anyhow, a huge cheers to you, the audience. Let's dive into this one. Alright, well, it's hard to determine. It's sort of a bit like Hoegaarden, but definitely some sort of German wheat beer characteristics too. Yeah, but that banana and clove, taste definitely coming through there, and nice, presence of wheat malt up front. No real bitterness to speak of. Very tasty. Yeah, and it goes down really smooth, and it's got a lot of body for something that's 4.3%. I'd guess it was more, in the 5 to 6% ABV range actually in a blind taste test. Yeah, an almost full-bodied sort of taste to it actually, and look at the beautiful lacing it's leaving on this American wheat beer glass. Yeah. Well, it's yeah, quite impressive, and I'm quite a fan of this style, and yeah, this is just going down a treat. Yeah, excuse me while I just have another gulp. Definitely got a little bit of a citrusy twang to it as well, actually. Mm. Yeah, so it's sort of like more leaning towards the sort of Belgian, white ale or wheat beer style. I dare say, but wow, it's really impressive. They've done a fine job with this. Yeah, it's a real treat having this. It's very drinkable, and of course at 4.3% ABV you could session it. Yeah, it's really tasty, and it's amazing because it survived the trip all the way from South Korea to these shores, and obviously spent a fair bit of time in a container and sitting on a shelf. So yes, hats off to these brewers, the Jeju Brewing Co. They've done a really impressive job with this one. Alright, well I think I should have one last gulp of this and give it a score out of 10, I guess. Alright, well, all in all, yeah, very hard to fault flavour-wise. A very tasty, enjoyable brew. Goes down an absolute treat. Nothing offensive about it flavour-wise, so I'd probably be inclined to give it a solid 9 out of 10. So there you go, folks. A 9 out of 10 for Jeju Benokdom Ale. A most impressive beer. Rightio, well, I'm just going to kick back now and enjoy the rest of this, and I'll see you all in the next review. But until then, fare thee well, or